Still Class 5 then for race number 2. We drop back to the 1,200 metres for the second. They're headed by Rumba de Lago into Class 5 for the first time, onto the all-weather for the first time, blinkers for the first time, barrier 1. Raichu next, all-weather for the first time for him. Star Superior Class 5 for the first time as well. Great Sun, third course and distance round, Ever Strong last time out. Rochford can roll forward. He's got barrier 5 and Joe Moreira in the saddle. Gobi Storm, blinkers back on, 0 from 20. His record reads though. And Jimson the Famous, runner-up behind Ever Strong last time out over course and distance. Rumba de Lago, Sure Supreme, and Jimson the Famous had a couple of trips, in actual fact. I've been up at Chung for and back within the last 30 days.
Well, the interesting runner is probably Rumba de Lago. Gobi Storm can possibly find the front. I think he and Rochford might potentially fight it out, but there are other options here. This is another, obviously, tricky start point, Class 5. You've got 2 dropping in grade. Rumba de Lago has blinkers on, coming onto the surface for the first time for the maestro of the all-weather in Me Choi. So he's a very interesting runner in the race.
Star Superior, Karis Teaton's aboard for this gallop. He's the one closest to us. He moves nicely. Does Star Superior going into this particular race and travels okay. He's got an awkward barrier draw, but his track work suggests he's going all right. Great Sun, it was a better run from him last time, coming onto the surface, so his future might be there. Peter Ho has got, trains this one, Great Sun, so he should go nicely. He's got 2 in fact, Peter Ho, but Apprentice on this one. And Gobi Storm, he hadn't raced for a while, and he raced fresh up at Happy Valley, just sort of weekend out late behind the champion self, and he's another one that can go all right.
The champion self, that's right. Even races, first 4 merged jackpot pool here, so 800,000 going in for the first 4, and the quartet, 2, 4, 6 and 8 are the races. Raichu and the Happy Bunch we look at first. Raichu on the all-weather for the first time. The Happy Bunch had a couple of tries already.
The difficulty with this race, Andrew, is that you've got 12 horses that have all got below average form, and you've got to try and find the positive out of that below average form that can suggest one of them can win. Having said that, Raichu is probably the most consistent recently anyway. He's sort of beaten 2 or 3 consistently, can find the line okay. I'm not sure what he'll do on the dirt, but with 132 and barrier 9, I'm going to shop elsewhere.
There's 12 runners in this race, 7 maidens. He's won 1. He's at least, and the one that's won the most races is Cor Volant on 2, so at least he's won a race, Raichu. So.
All right, Jimson the Famous, he's won a race as well.
Yep.
Course and distance, and he was runner-up last time out, so he comes here in reasonable form.
Yeah, and he's the favourite, and probably on the back of that, on the back of this run as well, I found a place for Jimson the Famous. And also, I think Great Sun's going nicely enough. I thought Perfect Choice, he dropped out quickly here, but his track work since has suggested he's going better, and he's got barrier number 2 as well, so I'm going to give him a bit of a chance, Perfect Choice. It works well on the system. I mean, It might be a morning glory, but...
Yeah, look, I've left him out. He can jump and be up there. I think that's a positive for him, Perfect Choice.
All right, Rumba de Lago. All-weather for the first time. Blinkers gone. This is a Happy Valley. Got a long way back. Was staying on, though, and ran into a dead end. We
saw the speed map. They had him sitting leaders back. Now, I'm not sure whether he's actually capable of getting to that spot. So that's a question mark in itself. Maybe the blinkers on will allow him to do that. But you can see him chasing up here. And very much held up final stages. So if the speed map is right and he can posse up sort of leaders back or even 3 back the fence and produce something like that, he'll probably be the one to beat. It is Me Choi, it is the all-weather, so that was the deciding factor for me to put him on top, but he could easily run 9th and do nothing.
Yeah, I didn't put him in, but he is trained by Me Choi and he's got blinkers on, so that's a positive.
A bit like your one in the first.
Yeah,
sort of a reason to make a case for him, but that you wouldn't be surprised if it went skew-whiff.
The shortest price he's been so far in 5 starts is 113 to 1. He's 17 to 1 at the moment, Paul, but you've left him out.
Built me up with some confidence there, Andrew.
Yeah, I left him out. And greatest respect to the self, too. I've been a bit careful there because he's been a good money spinner. He's a winner here in Hong Kong. 9, Rochford there. I've got him on top. Joe Moreira jumps aboard. Should get the best run in the race from barrier number 5. So on a speed map, I've got him in from Perfect Choice. I've done this on speed maps, actually, because he's another one that's going to get a nice run. Jimson the Famous is the one that's been in form. And Raichu, he's won a race and he comes to the surface for the first time, so he's worth a chance on that respect to that. 9, 4, 12 and 2, and QQP the way to go in this one, I reckon.
I've had a message come through from the Sylph, Paul. He accepts your apologies there. Rumba de Lago, I'm going to tip him off the basis of what I said before. I thought that run was good. I think drawn 1, blinkers on me, Choi, potentially can get a little closer early and maybe a chance dropping in grade. But I'd want a price, and at the moment you'll get one. The Happy Bunch, I think he had an excuse or two last start, over-raced a little bit. Rochford has shown in the past he can cope with this type of race, but he's not in the best of form. And Starlet's another one that's put in a couple of decent runs on the all-weather too in the past. So I went 1, 8, 9 and 5, but if you like something in race 2, go your hardest.
I've actually got very similar numbers to you, but I've tipped him as well, Rumba Delago. Yeah. But we'll see. The only number we've all got in is the 9, and that's Rochford. We'll see. Joe Moreira, barrier 5 for him.